The last couple of days in crypto were amazingly crazy and a lot of things has happened. Especially the particular thing that happened is Donald Trump has officially launched a meme coin. He tweeted about that and created a meme coin on Solana that you could buy through basically a couple of platforms. And the token went really crazy. So it currently sits at $38 billion market cap. Some of that is floating. I think 80% right now is still being held by the team, and the rest is on the market. Basically, it started at around, you probably could, if you saw the tweet pretty early on, you probably could get it at around 500 million to $1 billion. So if you were awake at that time of launching, so that was around 4 a.m. European time, which was pretty crazy. Of course, I was asleep as being in Europe, but if you were in the US, that was probably evening for you, and you could really get it really early on. And I know a couple of people that did really well on Trump. When I woke up, that was already pretty late for me. I didn't get it, even though there was still a very high potential for going up, and that was probably the most crazy thing. Of course, that was a couple of days just before the inauguration, which happened yesterday on January 20th. So that was pretty crazy as well. So after Trump, the one day after Trump, actually Melania launched her own coin. That was also pretty crazy because you wouldn't expect that you have two coins day after day, and basically there was a Melania token right after that. I think that was even retweeted by Trump, which became popular. Let me see that. Yep, it's the one here, so you can directly see the coin as well. It also went pretty crazy and pretty far away. So Melania got the coin as well, and as you can see, it also sits very highly at $4 billion market cap. So having said that, this particular price action, if you get in the beginning, you could probably make something. Apart from that, it's down only for now. No one knows how it will behave in the future, but well, we'll see. Now for the general market, it seems like we're a little bit down. People were expecting that Trump will mention crypto. Of course, that didn't happen. So for now, it's a little bit down. We had some rebounds, but basically it sits at the prices that was sitting for the past days. We had pretty nice volatility. If you look, for example, at Ethereum in the past 24 hours, you had those going up and down a little bit. So if you're a volatility trader, you could make a lot probably. But generally speaking, that was pretty scary if you were using any kind of leverage, because you could be liquidated on both directions. Now, so Trump having not mentioned his coins or crypto during the inauguration, which is perfectly fine, because of course this is the biggest event and crypto is only a side for him. Trump coin went like 30% down. Melania coin went like 60% down from the highs, but they're still alive. Trump coin is still pretty high up. I think it's still in the top like 30 coins, I think, or maybe 40. Let's find it here. It should be pretty high with the market cap. Or maybe I missed it somewhere, but let me find it. I think the Trump coin is pretty high on the list here. Yeah, it's number 28, actually above Hyperliquid. So that's pretty crazy. As for the new meme coin, so yeah, it sits in the first top 30 coins still. So that's pretty crazy. I think Melania coin might be also in the top 100, I guess, or maybe not. No, it's I think in the top 200. So yeah, so we're going into pretty interesting market right now, and there's a great explanation from Kyle on Twitter what might happen. So this is a really great explanation because basically it reflects what I was thinking also about, is that people are really angry a lot on Twitter right now because some of them, of course, took profits on Trump if you were lucky. But overall, for example, AI Meta is down. Things like Fartcoin and all the top AI meme coins are definitely down. If you have any kind of portfolio in AI agents or even standard meme coins like Popcat, Wave, and so on, then you're probably down. And the reason for that might be that we're entering, like, this cycle is very specific and very particular cycle where actually it's a Bitcoin super cycle where Bitcoin is really going up. But for the alts, those are two separate things. So first of all, Bitcoin might still be going up. We might still see things like strategic reserve, different countries putting Bitcoin on the ledger somewhere and using that as a reserve. That might still be coming. We have ETFs that are working really well and so on. So that Bitcoin is definitely one thing, but that doesn't mean that this kind of money is flowing into other places in crypto, and this is what might be happening. So that's why also people are pretty angry about what's happening, or maybe down, because they do not hold Bitcoin. And that's normal, because if you think about it, unless you have huge capital and you want, for example, you want to have crazy gains, you won't get those crazy gains with Bitcoin, right? Even though probably if you were holding from the lows, you probably could get like 5x to 6x from the beginning of, like, I think 2022 at the very low, like 19k to 100k, that's 5x. Maybe you get 6x in this cycle, which is amazing. But most of the people were trying to chase different alts. They were trying to find different games, because, for example, if you start with a super small capital like $100 or $1,000, then having like $5,000 might be a little bit of a relief, but this is not super life changing. Of course, that depends on the location you're living in. So that's why people are looking for alts. And for alts, that cycle is very, very hard one, because there's a lot of different metas that are changing all the time. You have to follow the trends. You have to find what's been trending. And we had already AI agents. We have different coins that were popping up, from like Chill Guy, Fart Coin. What else? A Peanut that went away. Goat was great for a time. There were different coins at different months. If you look in the past year, and even this year, that were performing super well, and then they were fading because something new came along. So, for example, like Trump just 2 days ago as a coin. So this is a very hard cycle, and if you are just entering the space right now, you should remember that. So, for example, in 2021, 2017, 2013, of what I heard is that those cycles were much easier, because you have one bigger narrative and the prices were riding for a longer of time. So if you entered at the right spot, you could just hold for a couple of months at least to get really great performance. This is not the case anymore. This might be the case for Bitcoin, but this is not necessarily the case for different alts. There's a lot of rotation, so buying and holding, especially right now, one single thing might sometimes work if you find the right thing, but the more chances are, especially if you're looking at meme coins and smaller caps, is that those coins will get rotated out. Some of them you might hit them, but if you don't take profits, you round trip everything and maybe even lose your capital. So you have to be careful. So having said that, this is going to be very interesting here. I'm going to cover all that on YouTube. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also follow me on Twitter, where I tweet more and I can do everything live. So if you're on Twitter, definitely follow me there. I'm going to talk about everything that might be interesting for you. So definitely go there. All the links are in the description. So if you want to join, for example, BullX, you can use my link down below in the description. I use the platform myself for trading meme coins on Solana, and this is the best platform there is. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and see you in the next video.